I'm Bert Wank, founder and CEO of infiniRel Corporation. Since my childhood, I've been playing and breaking electronic toys, wondering, how about reliability? It became a pet peeve. And eventually I founded infiniRel Corporation with a mission to develop technologies and processes to make power electronics infinitely reliable. How this can become a major business supporting our sustainable energy future, I'll share with you right now. Have you ever ignored your check engine light? If you did, it probably got very expensive. It is the same with solar power plants today. And infiniRel has produced an inverter health scanner, which is the proverbial check engine light. Actually, it is much better. Instead of reporting a fault, it predicts a fault, making it so much more economical. A solar power plant uses inverters to connect the power from the panel to go to the grid. If it fails, the cash cow is sick. It doesn't make any money, and the project investor has a problem. That when electronics fails, it fails in a blink of an eye. In fact, the majority of issues are attributed to this central heart piece of the solar power plant. And the issue with an aging fleet that fails without warning is also that they are no longer fall under warranty or warranty coverage. Let me introduce you to Ed. Ed is an operation maintenance technician for a solar plant. His job is to keep the plant humming at 100% output. infiniRel has now made an evolution from a preventative maintenance approach to a predictive maintenance dedicated on electronics to allow Ed to timely intervene and control the outcome of his maintenance procedure. Why now? What took so long? We love solar, and solar has been adopted rapidly over the past decade, which led to decreasing pricing. At the same time, the increasing maintenance cost ate away the profits, eventually leading to supply chain disruptions and failure through bankruptcies. The market for operation and maintenance is today $4.5 billion and largely dominated with utility scale plants. We address our solutions to the energy service providers who then contract to Ed, which is part of the operation and maintenance team. There are top 5 energy service providers in the US that manage 1/2 of the total power capacity in the United States. And we meet them all at the solar conferences and trade shows where they go to learn about technologies and solutions such as ours. Our target strategy to go to the shared addressable market of about $2 billion that's spent on inverter maintenance today is to first go through the free health checkup offer the same way you are going to check out a maintenance shop for your car. Our business process is rooted on a service level agreement. It's a multi-tier, multi-year agreement for the rest of the life of the plant. It includes upgrades and upsell possibilities for our very valuable data. And that data goes well beyond the $1 billion operation maintenance service market, but addresses insurance companies that underwrite these $100 million projects when they are bought and sold. Wouldn't you like to look under the hood of your car before you buy it? Now, Ed's secret sauce is a PowerBrain technology that's implemented in an InfiniPad. It's a portable pad that Ed takes out to the field and checks out the health of the inverter in 1 minute. He has instant results to immediately intervene by having an EKG of the system, which is the heartbeat monitor, the energy cardiograph. Now, if he does detect an issue and he thinks that patient needs to be on continuous supervision, we have the solution called InfiniPod. It is the pacemaker, and Ed can allow it to intervene and throttle back the stress of it so it does live longer, and that is the key. Extending inverter lives is essential for making this plant more operable and profitable. He also will enjoy a reduction of operating and maintenance costs, and Ed for sure does not like to scrape exploded plastic and metal on the inside of these inverters once they fail catastrophically. Overall, the data will allow Ed's boss to also structure his replacement schedule for inverters so that he minimizes the operational maintenance cost on his expenses. Ed's boss can save about 1/3 of his unscheduled expenses, and this is based on a case study from a plant that our chief marketing officer has actually serviced. We can offer Ed boss a 200% return on investment. A $70,000 fee for this particular plant will offer Ed's boss a $155,000 benefit. Now, our competition is primarily third-party providers that simply monitor. It is time for a much simpler and more efficient solution. infiniRel is manufacturer agnostic. It works with any power converter. It has the unique predictive capability, the crystal ball that allows Ed to look days, weeks, even months into the future and evaluate risk. And it's non-invasive, making Ed's job very simple to integrate it into his daily workflow. Our technology has already received US and European patents. But more importantly, the plant you see behind me is one of the largest solar plants in Arizona, which has flown me out last year for a paid consulting project using our technology to investigate why so many inverters are failing unexpectedly. We, on top of that, have received a letter of support from the leading authority in the United States, which is Sandia National Laboratories, for support further developing our technology. And that is happening under the American-Made Solar Challenge, where we received our first semifinalist award this year. But more importantly, we also received a recent commitment from a client who is doing national servicing of utility scale solar plants for using our next iteration of our PowerBrain technology. The team that makes this happen comes from industry that have been the hallmark of high reliability. We're talking telecom, automotive, and semiconductors. Myself, I have launched and grown 14 power management product lines, which includes the world's first lithium-ion safety chip, which is still in production. Over the last 3 years, I've been working with Bill Allen on newer technologies that replace inverters, which will be folded into the mix. But Bill is instrumental for leading this project through his expertise that he's demonstrated at Volvo, bringing a high visibility project under budget and his time to market reduced by 50%. We then brought on board Andy Schneider from Germany. Andy has been the director of global services for a leading inverter manufacturer that has been acquired by Siemens in 2018. He knows firsthand about these problems, not only of inverters, but also how the customers operate. In his prior career, he was the CEO of Alcatel-Lucent in Italy, leading a complete business turnaround. Which brings us to the business end. This company is basing its revenue projection on a very profitable annual recurring revenue model that is only based today on the InfiniPad solution. We require $8.75 million of investment to bring this product entirely to market with a cash flow positive event in year 3. Today, we're raising a $750 million seed round. This will allow us to service our customer looking for our solution. Today, we offer you the opportunity to invest into a team with a track record in high reliability industries that is relevant for our market beachhead, the solar industry. We have the technologies that would build this business out to include energy storage, which is a hot button today, integrating storage into solar plant. But if you think further, it is electric mobility. The big home run is applying our technology to a $100 billion market of electric vehicles, cargo drones, and air taxis that will in the future rely on battery power and power electronics such as inverters to make them reliable. Join me today with the future in electric mobility, starting with solar. invest now into infiniRel.